Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Now, many of you all may or may not know about the Lightstream loophole, okay? And so here's two ways the Lightstream loophole works, all right? Many people know that Lightstream will allow you to take out multiple loans, right? At least 2 or 3 loans. Now, here's the thing about it. On the first loan, you do not want to try to get the maximum, all right? You only want to try to stay under $21,000 to $25,000. Now, the reason is because of no documentation, okay? And so they will pull your TransUnion in order for this here to happen, all right? So what people are doing, let's just say they give you 15,000. What people are doing, they're taking that 10 to 15,000 and they're using that to pay down their other revolving debt, okay? And so you don't already bypass because you didn't have to produce any documents, right? So when they pay down that revolving debt, your credit score goes back up, right? So what ends up happening is that when the credit score goes back up, they will go and apply for a higher limit loan. Now they're applying for $25,000 or more, all right? So that's one of the loopholes that they're doing, all right? The second loophole they're doing, they're looking for lenders that do not report on the credit file. So if you get a loan, it's not going to report on the credit file. Now, your lenders for this here situation is ones that offer like a platform, okay? Platform loans usually do not show up on the credit file. However, usually platform loans, they only offer you like maybe 5,000. That's not a bad thing, especially when you're leveraging this Lightstream loophole, all right? And here's the reason why. Even if you only get $5,000, and that since that loan does not report on the credit file, that means your debt to income ratio doesn't go up. So since your debt to income ratio don't go up, and you have this $5,000, again, people use that to pay down some of their smaller revolving debts. Then they will go over to Credit Karma. And when they go over to Credit Karma, they will challenge all the negative items off of their TransUnion in their Equifax score, okay? And so with Credit Karma, when you disputing those items and stuff, and the reason I'm focused on Credit Karma because of the TransUnion dispute, you can even go through TransUnion and do this dispute, but it's better to do it through Credit Karma. That being said, when they challenge those negative items, usually within 48 to 72 hours, those negative items come off. Then some people are leveraging, when I tell you about adding authorized users and adding rental payments and adding utility bills to the credit file to boost up the credit score and the age to credit file. Because the reason is, for some people that have been denied a Lightstream loan is because they don't have enough aging on the credit file, okay? Or they may not have enough accounts. They may have a thin credit file. That's the reason when I tell you guys, you can have an 800 credit score, but if you don't have enough accounts and the age is not enough, then a lot of lenders won't touch you, okay? Especially when these type of loans, because they usually want you to have at least 2 years of history. And the authorized users, the utilities, as well as the rental payment, that's the best way to get that 2 years plus of aging, okay? Now, for you guys that have less than a 660 credit score, because that's the minimum credit score they will work with, okay? I've been looking at files a long time, and every file I've seen, most of the people that's been approved, the average credit score has been a 660. Now, one interesting thing about this is that, like, you may have more than 8 inquiries and they'll still approve you. However, 6 of those inquiries cannot be in that most recent 6-month period, okay? This is also something that disqualifies people. So that's the reason why I tell you, spacing out the inquiries really helps for your approval chances of being able to get more money. Going back to the Lightstream loophole, there's something else, and it's the income. People may not have enough income. So I would tell you the average income you want to have for this type of loan, you want to make sure that your income is at least $45,000 or more. Now, here's the thing about it. If you have a great credit score but a high debt to income ratio, they may still look over you. However, I do have a couple other lenders that you can look at that I'm going to share with you in a minute. I just want to get out these key points for Lightstream so you're aware about this loophole. So when you get the first loan, all right, again, most people, they're using the first loan to pay down their revolving debt. Then when they pay down the revolving debt because of the credit score, then they will go back and they will get $25,000 or more. All right. This is how they're doubling up. And a lot of people are not even aware of this. Now, here's the thing about it. For you guys that have not so great credit or less than a 660, then the lenders you want to look for, because you may have too high of a debt to income ratio, you may want to look at like lenders like Universal Credit that will work with you, that if you have at least the maximum 75% DTI, 75% debt to income ratio, okay? That's what they will work with, all right? Their minimum credit score says is a 580 or whatever. Again, it's all about the income and the age of the credit file. So you have to have an aging of 2 years in order to qualify for that loan as well. All right. Then you also have Avant. Okay. Now with Avant, they usually are 580, and all you have to be making is at least $20,000 annually, $1,200 a month, and have at least $500 spare income in order to qualify for a loan. Now they go up to 35. Universal Credit, they go up to 50,000. All right. Now here's something else that you all may think that's a great play, and I think it's a great play, is that if you already pulling your credit file, if you're already pulling your TransUnion credit file, then what I would do, I would probably go to a credit union like Connectus Credit Union that uses TransUnion. And the reason is because they use a FICO 9. So remember, I stated about the authorized users, the rental payments, and the utility bills. That's going to influence that FICO 9, plus what you disputing those negative items. The reason is if you go to Connectus, and anybody can join them, they're not geo-restricted. You can go over there, you can use that inquiry, and you can get a loan as well as a line of credit, okay, with Connect. Plus, you can actually apply for a credit card with them. Now, they use Elon Financial, but it's a TransUnion FICO 9. And they have a 0% interest. If you're trying to avoid paying interest on a loan, they have a 0% interest credit card for 24 months. So you can actually leverage that credit card, liquidate it, ask for convenience checks, liquidate that card, and use that money at 0% interest and pay down your revolving debt that way to be able to go to Lightstream if you choose to. Okay, so for some of you all, Lightstream may not be the best option, or it may not be an option at all. However, because you're already using your TransUnion, then Connectus probably would be your best leveraging tool to be able to get more funding. And like I said, because they actually offer that credit card for 24 months, 0% interest, that's probably the best loan you can have, right? So I hope this video helps you. If you have any question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.